Hi, Chef Robert from the Willow Room. Today we're going to make Mexican lasagna. It's real easy. It's kind of a variation of the traditional Italian lasagna, but it's things you can find in the store, and it's great for your Super Bowl party. So what we have here is fire roasted diced tomatoes. You can find these at Shop and Save, Giant Eagle. I just had these laying around, but you'd want to buy like the bigger can, and that'll be sufficient for the recipe. I have black beans, taco sauce. This is a 16-ounce bottle. Tortilla chips. This is 4-cheese Mexican blend. It's Monterey Jack, cheddar, queso quesadilla, and asadero cheese. So you need 1 bag of that, and that's 8 ounces. Pound of ground beef, 1 package of taco seasoning mix, a large onion, green pepper, sour cream. So what we're going to do now is we're going to get our meat going. This is just ground beef. Throw it in the pan, and we're going to get that going. And basically all we're doing is making taco meat. You can follow the directions on the label for that. I've already diced a large onion and the green pepper, so we're going to get that sauteed so we can assemble the lasagna. Our meat and onion and green peppers cooking. We're going to get our ricotta cheese mixed together. This is a Lasagna brand. I like this kind better than any other because it's a little coarser. Some of the other ones, see how it's more coarse. The other ones are finer, so I just prefer this kind. We need 3 cups of ricotta cheese. And into the 3 cups, we're going to put 2 tablespoons of cumin. And 1 tablespoon of chili powder. Your meat's cooking. If you have like a spatula or something, you want to just kind of break it up. So our onions are sweated. We're going to take half those onions and add it to this mixture and reserve the other half. Then I've already chopped up the garlic. You need 4 cloves of chopped garlic to go into the mix. And we're going to put 1 egg in there. And we're just going to mix that up. A little bit of salt and pepper in there. And then that's all it is. Our ricotta cheese mix is ready to go. We need poblano peppers. You can find those at the grocery store. I've already charred mine. You can do this at home. I have a char grill here at the restaurant, but if you're doing this at home, just put them under your broiler and keep an eye on them. And you want the skin to get black on them. Then after the skins turn black, put them in a metal bowl or any kind of bowl and cover them with plastic. Let them sit for about a half an hour. And what that does, it makes it real easy to get the skin off. The skin will just peel right off then. So what we're going to do is peel this pepper. These are hit or miss on the hotness of them. It's just like I say, hit or miss. So after you peel this, I would suggest tasting it because some are hotter than others. What you want to do is just pull this end off and take these seeds out. Make sure you wash your hands after you do this because the seeds contain oil and it gets on your hand. It's alright if you have a little black char on it, that's perfectly fine. This is easier to do too if you're by a sink because I usually rinse my hands and go back at it. It helps getting if you rinse your hands, getting most of the seeds off. You don't want to rinse the pepper though, because you'll be rinsing the oils off the pepper, which give it a lot of flavor. So we're going to dice that, and that's going to be used at the very end of the recipe. Okay, our meat's cooked. I'm going to run over to the sink, put it in a strainer, and just press the grease out, and I'll be right back. Okay, our meat's has the grease and pressed out of it. We're going to add water to this. You, of course, will be following the directions on the taco seasoning mix. That's what that is, taco seasoning. Mix that around, put it back on the heat. Let the water cook out of it, and our ground beef will be ready to go. Okay, we have our poblano peppers. All we're going to do is dice these. I'm going to set these aside. We're going to put these on very last on top of our lasagna. While our meat's finishing, I just have some tortilla chips I bought at the store. All you want to do with these, take some and just crush them. When I was writing this recipe, I was actually going to put corn tortillas like you'd make an enchilada out of, but very hard to find corn tortillas. I went to 3 grocery stores and a large Giant Eagle that usually has everything, and I couldn't find any corn tortillas. So, thus we're using nacho chips, which all right, all our stuff's our mise en place, as it's called, is all prepared. The meat's cooked, the veggies are sauteed. The way we're going to start this is with the taco sauce. Just going to take our pan, put some in the bottom of the pan to coat the bottom. And I've already cooked the lasagna noodles. I would suggest, sometimes they're hard to find, is Barilla makes them. It's like a lasagna noodle that it's no boil. You just put them in and it bakes as it cooks. Those are really nice. If you can find those, you might want to go with those, because these things break. They're just hard to handle. But anyway, so we're going to put our noodles down. And we're going to take some of our ricotta mix. Smooth that around the bottom. We're going to build 2 layers like this, so just use your judgment. I'd say use half of your ricotta mix on this layer, and you'll have half for the next layer. Then we're going to take some of our sauteed onions that we reserved, sprinkle those on there. Some of our peppers. Our diced tomatoes, which I've drained. Here's our black beans. What you want to do is put these in a strainer and rinse these, because they're in like a liquid that's kind of thick, and you just want to rinse that off. So that's what I'm going to do. Be right back. Okay, we have our nice rinsed black beans. Just going to sprinkle those on there. take some of our crushed tortilla chips, put those on there. And put some of this cheese on there. And let me make sure that's all we need on there. Oh, almost forgot the ground beef. Don't want to forget the beef. Once again, we're making 2 layers of this, so you can split your beef up and that's it. Now we repeat the process. A little taco sauce, just sprinkle some on there too. That's not a bad idea. Okay, we're putting our second layer on, and what you want to do is kind of just press down once you have this second batch of noodles in there, and that'll even all your ricotta and everything out in there. So, once again, we're going to put the rest of our ricotta in here. And we'll just repeat the process. Some of our diced tomatoes. Black beans. Peppers. Our onions. And there's our ground beef. Our tortilla chips on. You want to save enough cheese for the top of this. And our last layer of noodles on. Okay, we're going to some more taco sauce on here. Spread that around. These are the diced poblano peppers. A little diced tomato on there. We're also going to put some fresh tomato on here, but after that bakes. So this is what we have to go in the oven. We're going to save our cheese to put on right before it comes out of the oven, then we'll put it back in the oven for 10 minutes. But we're going to cover this with foil, bake in an oven, 350 oven for about 30 to 40 minutes until it starts bubbling around the edges. Okay? Okay, our lasagna is baked. It's out of the oven. I forgot to put diced tomatoes on this one. So now what we're going to do is put the remaining cheese on here. Save enough for this one. I'm going to pop this back in the oven, let that melt. fresh diced tomatoes. I diced these earlier. This is one large tomato. Yeah. And we're going to pop this back in the oven, let that melt. Okay, while our cheese is melting, I have a piece of iceberg lettuce here. And what we're going to do is shred this. Just going to take my knife, make really small cuts on it across. All you really need is a quarter of a head lettuce there. We're going to top the lasagna with that. Also, I've already chopped cilantro. We're going to put that on top of it and some sour cream. So let me grab that. Okay, our lasagna with the cheese is melted. This is the home stretch here. We're going to put our shredded lettuce on here. Sprinkle our cilantro. Top this with sour cream. Once again, it's up to you. I mean, if you like sour cream, you can put more on. If you don't like it, you don't have to put it on. All right, we're ready to cut this. You can cut this, you know better than I do what portion size to make it, but I think you can get 8 nice slices out of this. Cut it 4 times across and once down the middle. It's a pretty big portion. I mean, you might even want to cut that down. But take a little sauce, taco sauce, go around the edge. Take a little more of your cilantro, throw it on there. And there you have it. That's the Mexican lasagna. It's really tasty. So until next time, eat well.